what it's been like since I left Zone Fam. It's been an experience, you know. I have been answering all sorts of questions, you know, and I think it's actually going well because I'm rediscovering myself, you know. I'm sort of getting to know all over again what I can and can't do, how far I can push myself, you know. So it's been exciting, to be honest. The reason I decided to leave Zone Fam is because I would like to pursue a career in ministry, gospel music, not just hip hop, but music in general. Yeah, I would like to minister to people now. I think the more that I explain it, the more people understand, you know, and the more people understand, the more exciting it becomes for me as well, you know, because I rather minister to people or I rather talk to people who know what's going on already, as opposed to them starting to feel like I'm giving them mixed signals, you know, or like I don't know where I stand. Yeah, so I'm not really, it's exciting to tell people over and over and over and over again, you know. Yeah, normally it would have been annoying, but it's okay. What I did actually is before I sat down with all of them, I spoke with them individually, you know, because I thought then I would get through to each and every person, each and every member of the group, you know what I mean? And I would know exactly how they feel, you know, because it's just one-on-one. You're more able to say things, you know. So I sat down with all of them, and they were actually supportive, very supportive, you know, and that just, it encouraged me actually. I liked it. I mean, I started praying a lot more and going to church a lot more, and I think it whatever it is that was happening was beyond me, because I still can't explain how it happened. You know what I mean? I just started to feel like I'm in a position where I can influence people. You know what I mean? I can change people's moods and emotions. You know what I mean? Music is it's like a language. It speaks to the soul, you know. So I figured I'd want to do music that educates people, that changes people's lives, you know, that tells them about the goodness of God and helps them through situations. The reaction from the fans, it's funny because first it was, oh, it's not true, you know, and then it was, oh snap, it's true, you know, and then it was, all right, and then it was, no, you know. I think it's actually taken a shorter time than I thought it would for them to adjust, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? And that's a really good thing. It means that I can kick into high gear already, you know. So I think they're at a place where they're just waiting to hear what's going to come from me and what's going to come from the group, you know, at this point. So I think it's a good place to be. What happens to the material that I worked on with the guys before I left? Some of that's going to make the album with my verses on it still, because record label blues, you know, I just can't take my verses off of the songs and all that. So some of the songs will still have my verses on them. Some of the songs we took the verses off, you know, and there are some songs that have more potential than others, you know, on the album. So those we decided to take my verse off the songs, because you know this is a song that's going to be huge, you know what I mean? So it'll sort of start to, it'll put people in a place where they start to think, what's going on then? Because for most people, when a song comes out today, it was recorded yesterday. You know, not everybody understands that you can record a song now and put it out 2 years from now. You know what I mean? So we decided to take my verses off of those songs and keep the verses on some songs. When will people start to hear material from me that'll help them? When it's complete, when it's come together. You know what I mean? Putting out something because, oh, everybody's talking about this now, so let me capitalize on it. You won't make timeless music. You know what I mean? You go with the flow, and then you have to keep coming and keep coming. Every 2 weeks you have a song out just to keep people talking about you. And I don't think that's really a wise thing to do. So I'll structure myself and my project and my songs, and when I'm ready to put out something, I will put out something, and hopefully it'll be something that'll help people in so many ways. Am I writing? Lyrics, no. Structuring the album, the concept of the album, yes. I'm reading right now. I'm reading and I'm studying, you know, and also just getting to know more about jazz, because I've always loved jazz. But if I want my album to be predominantly jazz, I have to know a lot more than I do about the genre. So I've been studying and reading the word as well, and just preparing myself. Before I can help people, I must be in a position or at a place where I can stand. You know what I mean? When someone comes to me and asks for help, I'm able to advise, as opposed to saying so many things on a song, but when people meet you in real life, you're a blank. Yes, I am currently listening to the likes of Spandau Ballet and Boney James and all the other jazz greats, you know, and just studying how they structured the music, you know, because it's more than just a verse and a chorus and a verse and a chorus, you know. And if I want to put it into hip hop or whatever other musical influence I want to fuse it with, it'll have to marry, you know. So I've been listening to how when they did their solos, you know, how what is panned where, you know. I want to get to know the genre before I can sit with an engineer and say, oh, this is what I'm hearing, and with a producer and say, this is what I think we must put here, you know. Yeah. Yes, I have, but I am yet to put out a public statement when I have material ready, you know. I say, okay, so allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Tim, and this is what Tim comes with, you know, and this is repackage myself, basically. Yeah, I can't do that without material, you know, because it'll just seem like I'm all over the place. You know, I'd like to feel I'm ready. You know, so I'd like to have the music ready. I'd like to be at a point where I can sit and educate people and minister to people. You know, and I know that before I can present myself to the public.